What's up, guys? Austen Chronotide here, bringing you a tutorial on Mindcrack Feed the Beast pack, or Feed the Beast. I was watching Vintage Beef's latest episode, and he was doing work on his bat exhibit. And I'm sorry about these red lines, I just don't remember how to turn them off. But anyway, he was doing work on his bat exhibit, and he needed a way to turn them all off, the easiest way, or turn them on the easiest way. So he wired a whole bunch of red alloy wire all throughout his cave, all throughout his exhibit, and then left a lever on top. I know of a way that, there's multiple ways you can put it to use, but it will save resources, and it could be a lot easier. So what you'll need, as far as what we're going to be building, is a wireless transmitter, a wireless receiver, a wireless remote, a toggle latch, and then of course some red alloy wire. So if you don't know how to make red alloy wire, it's going to be 3 red alloy ingots. We'll get you 12. To make those, you need a alloy furnace, and you put 1 iron ingot and 4 redstone and some coal in there, and you'll get 1 alloy ingot. And that's pretty much how you make that. You'll make this stuff. The next thing you'll need is a toggle latch. To make that, oh wait, sorry, I have to start over here, guys. I just realized that. Alright, so anyway, what you'll need to make is a wireless transmitter. To make one of these, you need a wireless transceiver, an obsidian stick, 1 stone wafer, and 2 stone wires. That'll get you one. In case you don't know how to make those, here we go. So the first thing that you'll need is a wireless transceiver. To get that, you'll need a Nether pearl and obsidian sticks. Will get you 1. A Nether pearl is 1 ender pearl with 4 redstone and 4 glowstone. And then obsidian sticks are simply 2 obsidian right there, and you'll get 2 obsidian sticks. And then you put that in there, so when you put those together, you will get the wireless transceiver. Then next you need, oh, and I showed you how to make obsidian sticks. Next you'll need stone wafers and stone wires. To make stone wafers, what you need to do is you need a regular furnace or an electric furnace, any type of furnace really that you want to use. And you take it and you put 1 piece of stone. So you pretty much double cook cobblestone. And when you put 1 piece of stone in there, you will get out 2 stone wafers. I guess I can wait for it to show. Come on. 2 stone wafers. Alright. So next what you'll need is you'll need 1 of those to make the wireless transmitter. Then you'll need some stone wire. To make a stone wire, what you need is 1 stone wafer and a redstone on it, and you will get 1 of those. Pretty simple, but you need 2. You remember that you need 2 stone wires. And you're going to need a lot more wafers and wires down the road once we get towards the end of the crafting process. So anyway, you put all those together and you get a wireless transmitter. So I'm just going to take that. If you want to go back to it, you can. I probably shouldn't have pressed on that. I won't for the next ones. But anyway, moving on. So now what you need is a wireless receiver. So for that you need a receiver dish, obsidian sticks, stone wafers, and stone wires. So to make the receiver dish, you're going to need the wireless transceiver in a stone bowl. The wireless transceiver, if you don't remember, just come over here. You can go back into my video, rewind it to watch it. Hopefully, there's not that many complicated crafts except for the last one, so you should be able to do this pretty easily. A stone bowl is just as it sounds like, a bowl made out of stone. And then also you'll need the wireless transceiver, as I just showed you. You put that together with obsidian sticks, the wafers from the furnace, and the stone wires from the wafer and redstone, and you get a wireless receiver. That shows you what else you need that I already showed you how to make. So next you need a wireless remote. This one's optional depending on how you want to use it. In case you're using it like Vintage Beef was going to use it, then you might not, but maybe he'll like this idea better if I put this as a video reply to his video. But anyway, you'll need a wireless transceiver and a button. So yeah, just transceiver, the pearl on top of the sitting sticks, and a stone button. And that will give you a wireless remote. There you go. Now this one is different from all the other ones. This is a toggle latch. Oh, by the way, all of this comes from Redpower too. All of this. So anyway, what you'll need to make a toggle latch is stone wafers, stone cathodes, stone wires, and a lever. A stone cathode is a stone wafer and a redstone torch. So it's like a stone wire except with a redstone torch on top. So yeah, that's what you'll need. And then that's the other stuff that you'll need that I don't really want to make. That I didn't want to set up project tables for. So anyway, you put that all together in that formation and you get a toggle latch. So let's go ahead and I will now talk to you about like why I wanted to show you this. So anyway, I'm going to go over here into a less sandy area just because I want to be able to work underground. So anyway, that was really laggy, sorry about that. So let me talk about what each of these things do. And I don't have each of those things, I'm going to have to go pick them. Let me spawn in a couple. So going to need a receiver, transmitter, one remote, and what was that last one? Toggle latch. I already have one up there, but I'll just spawn this as even though that one you only need one, I believe, depending on how intense you want to make this. So I'll go through each one and show you what they do. So let's start with the transmitter. The transmitter will, that's wrong. Okay, so I have to explain both at one time. So the receiver dish and the transmitter work in pairs. Do I have a lever? Yes, I do. So basically what they do is this is a way to wirelessly transmit a redstone signal. So say I set this to the value to 1, and I do the same over here. Now if I were to give this a pulse, you can see that that shows up. And just to prove it, that's on. So yeah. That's basically, like, that's what it does. There's more advanced settings on here. It's like you can name a frequency so other people on your, server don't use the same thing. I think it goes up to 9,999. So there's a lot of possibilities. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't want to kill your ears. So, here is the next thing. It is a wireless remote. These things are awesome. So basically what you do is you shift right click and you pull up the same thing. So say I want this to work frequency 1. So now you'll have a remote with the frequency of 1 set. So now what you do is whenever you right click, it will turn on. It takes the place of this transmitter, which is really helpful. You can like give it a, can you? Like it gives it constant like pulsage. Wow, I did not even see that. Alright, anyway. So yeah, that's the basic of those things. Now here's here's the last thing that I built for you guys. This is a toggle latch. What this does is basically this makes it to where you only have to send a pulse, and it would either send out a recurrent stream of redstone pulse or energy, or you can turn it off. It's like a flip-flop switch. So like say you only have a button, but I don't, so I'm going to show a lever. So say you send one pulse. Right now, anything after this is off. But if you send a pulse, oop, that must be the wrong side. Oh yeah, there we go. I used the wrong side. I bet. Wait. Just turn that off really fast. Alright, so as you can see, there's two sides to this. One side's on, one side's not. Whenever you flip it, as you can see, it has a little switch animation. It will flip sides. That becomes really helpful. Most of the time whenever I use these, I don't have power or I don't have use of power on one side. I just use one side of it, and I use it as kind of a way to, I can press a button and it will give a current stream. So now I'm going to talk about what this means, like why am I telling you this. So in Vintage Beast's cave, what he has is a couple of bat soul shards and some soul cages. Now I'm not going to deal with getting a soul shard right now, but the thing about tier 5 soul shards, which is what he has, let me dig a nice hole around this. Just so, I mean, you don't have to do this, it will just give me the ability to show you an easier view to look at. Alright, so he has it set up to where he has wire going all the way down, and then, you know, he'll stream it all the way up to the top of the cave along with a lever up top. There's a couple of problems with that. One, it takes a lot of resources. Even though he's already had it made, he could still reclaim those resources and use it for other designs that he needs it for, or you guys can do the same. Or here is another thing. He noticed a problem that if you guys, whoever's watching this, try to do the same setup with any type of spawner, there was open space in which the spawners spawned in. The cave that he dug, like say you dig a cave down and you just, when you run the alloy wire through this, you have to leave at least one spot open. And for things like bats, like it'd be different for things like a taller mob. It'd be different for like creepers or something, because this 2-spot thing, you know, this would be the minimum, but you could put a block right here, which is what he tried to do with the bats. But for bats, you know, that's not the case. They're tiny creatures. So anyway, let me show you. So this is why I would personally prefer my setup. So what you can do with these that you can't do with the other things. Let me fill this in all the way, because that's going to get annoying. I need to get down here too. Yes, perfect. Alright, so this is my proposed setup. I'm going to try to make this quick because, you know, I don't want to make a video that's an hour long just trying to prove one thing. So anyway, this is the setup I proclaim. What you can do is we'll work backwards. So on this, the good thing about these Redpower things, just like the alloys, is you can place them on walls or upside down. So what I suggest you do is you take a receiver and you place it upside down along this. That way, you know, you can still fill in. There'll still be a little bit of space for them to spawn in, but there would be so much less than you making a line of stuff to power it. So anyway, you do that. That's how you set it up. You set this up for test purposes. I'll just do 2 because you will need 2 different frequencies for this setup. So there you go, 2. And then you could cover that all up and you would never be able to see it. You'd never be able to. Alright. So, and then you could repeat this with all 5 spawners. So you just have them all set to 2, and you'd have a power under that, and you just have it all like that. Alright, and then this is what you have. You can hide this anywhere you want. You know, there's no distance on the red alloy. I mean, on the wireless Redpower things. The only thing that you do need to make sure is that wherever they're at, the chunk is loaded whenever you want to use it. But if you place it near each other, just like in a hole somewhere, because it's not going to be that big of a setup, so you could just dig out a 3x3 hole. 2 deep would be perfectly fine, and that's all the space you really need, and then you can cover it back up. So anyway, this is all that you need to do. So what I suggest that you do is you could use, say you wanted to use a lever like you have set up right now, or like Vintage Beef has set up right now. You could just simply have a wet alloy wire coming maybe up. You could have it coming up right here, and you could just have, oop, not what I wanted to do. and you could have the lever right there, and you could set this to 2. So 1, 2. And you could have this right outside your base. So anyway, now if we go over here, you'll see that that's set up, that's working. So now that'd be off, and then anybody that came to your zoo could turn that off, or turn that off. But the reason that I suggested doing what I did suggest that you do would be for if the owner of the setup wants to control whether or not they're on at certain times. That would be the easiest thing to do, or that would be the reason that you do this, if not any other. So what you do is you'd have a receiver dish. Now this is why you had different frequencies, so now you want this to be at 1, and this is the receiver. So now what you do is you take this, and you want some wire, then you take your toggle switch. Oop, not the way I wanted it to be set up. Still not the way I wanted it to be set up. Still not the way I wanted it to be set up, dang. I think I learned. Alright, so there we go. Then you just take some more off of this, and then you take some wireless transmitter, and you set that to 2. And there you go, guys. That would be the perfect setup in my eyes, because you can cover this up. I won't do it right now, but check this out. So now all that you have to do is you only have to send a 1 tick pulse through this, and it will flip-flop. I call it flip-flop. It will toggle this, and it will have the transmitter set to 2 turn on, in which this case will power this. So why is this powered right now? Oh, it's not. Alright. So anyway, so just as a test, there you go. It's on. It's off. It's on. It's off. On. No, it symbols that. So when it's on over here, you can come over here and we can see, yep, it's definitely on, which would actually make that off. So yeah, guys, and then as far as covering it up, you know, that should be off now, right? Yep. Alright. You can just put blocks. Now, of course, I don't have any grass, which what you would do to camouflage it, but yeah. So you put that there. No one will ever know that that's what's under there. And then as far as this, you know, you can check that it still works perfectly. And then you can just, oh, come on, drop. Thank you. You can just cover this all up. And then you can cover everything up except for those 2. So the only spawning area that is available right here would be those 2 blocks. So really all you have is 2 blocks that bats could spawn, and that's 2 entities, apart from the fact that if you were to keep it with the line that you run, you would have space for a whole lot more, you know, 50, 100, so many more open entity blocks that you would just have no power over. So you can cover it all up, you can disguise it nice, no one will ever be able to see, no one will ever know how you turn it off, and then it's all up to you. You decide when to turn it on and when to turn it off. And if you want to take it a step farther, which isn't really a bad idea, I just don't have the setup right now for it, you can, there is a thing with computer craft where redstone signals can activate things on computers. An idea that you could have, and if you know someone that's good with computer craft, or you can look up wikis on it, there are commands to where if the computer receives a redstone signal or a signal through, I think it's jacketed. No, it's not jacketed. It is on the Redpower though. Give me 1 second, guys. Right here, a bundled cable. I don't know what color or anything. It's one of these cables. I think it can send and receive redstone signals, and it can display a message on a advanced monitor or whatsoever you choose that, you know, says whether or not it's on, and you can leave the remote in a, what am I trying to say, in a chest. Another thing you could do, just really fast, I would rather, you know, not this for so long is you could have a pulse former. Wait, not a pulse former. That is not it. You could have a... I'm so sorry, I cannot... Sequencer. Gosh darn it, I cannot think of what this is called. The counter, and r/state cell. Where is the state cell at? I just spawned some in. What the heck? State cell. Alright, state cell. Yes, alright, so this is what you could do. Say you wanted to put it on a timer so that people could only be in there for so long, or you wanted to make it so that you know, people don't accidentally walk out with the remote or anything. You could just have the receiver over here set to 1, and then have another transmitter over here set to 2. I think right here would be the place. Now what this does is this will, as soon as it receives a pulse, it will give out a stream of energy for however long you say. So say you want them to be in there for, I'm just going to do an example of 10 seconds. You can put it in there for 2 minutes, whatever you want. I mean, you can go pretty high up to like 5 minutes. So it receives a pulse. Ooh, wrong side. What side is it? Oh, it's that side. So there you can see it. You can see it go down, and then after 10 seconds, 10 seconds, boom, it stops. And you can invert this by, you know, just doing simple inverted NOR gate, I believe is what it's called. But you can invert it pretty easily. Anyway, that would be another alternative. Anyway, I've been running out of time. You know, I've just been keep on thinking up of new things as I go. But I hope this helps. Maybe some of you will put this into use. If not, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you guys later.